Welcome to the Virtual Insanity Podcast. Please like and subscribe.
Welcome back, Virtual Insanity fam. Nice to have you here. Hope you've got your coffee. Right then, Matt. What are we talking about?
Any school trips that will always stick out in your memory? Or then primary school trips where it was just like, they're going to take you out for the day.
Primary school, we didn't really go on trips. The only trips we ever went to in primary school was to the church that was right next to the primary school to do those...
Little play things.
No.
No? Graves.
Yeah. Get a piece of paper and just crayon on it, and it prints the what's it. And we used to do... You'd do graves, you'd do the church, bricks, and all sorts, and come out with some mad patterns. So yeah, we kind of just went to the church quite a lot, just to
See the church.
Yeah, and look at church things and draw the church and the church. I mean, it was a Church of England school, but, taking the piss a bit there. Do you know
So one I always remember was we went to East Midlands Airport.
What?
Honestly, I think it was like year 2 or year 3. It was like, yeah, school trip to East Midlands Airport.
What?
So hear me out. You got there, and you saw this play area, and you're like, oh, wow. And there's like a Spitfire or something, like, there's a few planes, because it's next door to the airport. But anyway, you get there. Guess what you got to do?
Go on.
Watch planes take off and land, and then play on the park. It was the maddest day out.
I'm not going to lie. I'd probably enjoy that.
Yeah, but because you're only like 8, you're like...
Yeah, I suppose when you're 8, you'd just be like, this is fucking boring, man.
No.
But even still, you'd be like...
No, it was mad, because you're watching planes, and you're not at school for the whole day, and then you get to go on this park. And then the gift shop, I always wrote it, because you always like on the school letter, it'd be like, we advise like £3 for the gift shop.
Yeah.
Guess what everyone bought?
Go on.
Well, all the lads. Can you remember those packets that were like that? That rectangle, dead thin paper, and it had a picture of a plane on. I used to rip them open, and it was a polystyrene plane.
Oh,
where
yeah,
you put the wings
yeah,
through,
yeah,
you got a
yeah.
little nose for it.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what everyone bought.
Yeah, sounds
Like,
about right.
what else are you going to buy?
Yeah, it's pretty much just that.
And then another school trip, which was cool, was White Post Farm. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, wow.
That's a wicked school trip.
This was all it, like, and then the Tramway Museum. That was proper like, really?
I've actually paid money to go there. I'm not gonna lie. I actually paid money to go there.
Yeah,
That's money I'm never gonna get back.
if you like trams.
No, I still think that's money you're never gonna get back.
Oh, you see, one I remember was we were on holiday during like a half term, and there was like a train place, and it was like, I think they went round a lake or whatever.
Yeah.
And you could ride Thomas the Tank.
Sick.
And I was obsessed with Tom.
Yeah,
So,
sick.
day out, yeah, we're going. And we get there. There's a sign, unfortunately, Thomas is sick.
Oh no, fuck that.
And I'm like, what?
I'd riot.
Right. I ended up going on a teddy bear express.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Right? I kid you not. Carriages were painted with teddy bears all over, and you get on, and there's people dressed up as teddy bears just walking down.
Oh,
like,
shit.
and I've never been so... I think that's the most depressed I've been. Like, literally, your childhood dream of riding Thomas the Tank. Gone. He's poorly. And you know what the worst thing was? They had him on display in front of you.
So you
could still see him.
Yeah.
And you're just there going, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. See, I'm listening to your school trips has just like steam trained my memories into my head. Went to Tamworth Castle because it was quite close to the school I went to, so that was like an instant school trip.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick going to Tamworth Castle because it is like a proper castle. Like
As opposed to
Nottingham Castle, which is basically a stately home
on a hill.
on a hill. There's no real castle about it, to be honest. But if you go to Tamworth Castle, that's a good castle, that is. Like, and we went in, it's all interesting stuff, and like that was pretty cool. We also went to a school.
What? Oh, school trip to a school.
Yeah, like an old Victorian school.
Oh, right. I thought you meant a school. Like,
And,
hi.
yeah, but the fucked up thing was, right, bro. Yeah, this is a school day out, so you've got on the bus, non-uniform. Do you know what I mean? Got your lunch, everything packed up, sick as fuck, sitting with your best mate on the coach, ready to go. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Turn
you
up
got some sweets for the coach.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Turn up to a fucking school, bro. They're like, headmaster comes out, and because he's from the fucking Victorian times, ultra twat. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's just fucking yawping at you, bro. And then he's like, get in the fucking classroom. Get in the classroom. They give you a fucking slate, and I can't remember what the fucking pencil is. Like a fucking fuck knows. We had to do school shit.
You went on a school trip. Sorry. That's like torture.
Bro, it was so bad.
Like, I wouldn't have gone.
Like, so the day was like split up into, say, like 6 segments. Yeah,
Six lessons.
Like, so
Did it
segment 1, right? You go and sit down in them old school chairs from the Victorian era. Yeah, you've got your slate in front of you and this like weird pencil thing, right? You're looking up and this absolute twat is dressed up as a Victorian headmaster. It's just like with his whip. He's got a cane, bro. Yeah, and he's just like, write this, and do this. He's just there like, this is the shittest fucking thing. What the fuck? And because he's like hamming it up, yeah, he's like whoever's like talking, they're just like, he's like, all right, get to the front of the classroom. You're getting a cane in, and you're like, all right, really? Do you know what I mean? Gets to the front, and the guy's like, and stops before he like actually makes contact, and you're just like, yeah, fuck off. You know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't have gone.
Right, segment 2, bro. Segment 2, yeah? Because this fucking school did everything. Right? You go down to the kitchen, and instead of being in the kitchen, you're in the little fucking off segment where all the laundry is done. And guess what?
You're doing laundry.
You're doing fucking laundry. But you're not doing laundry with normal shit. You're doing laundry with Victorian shit. So you've got like the fucking dolly, the ring fucking mangle thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, some poor bastard, yeah? One of them, bro, yeah? One of them. Great fucking paddle tank with like shit in it. And he's just like, yeah, I've got to spin that, mate. Just like, he's there just like that. Really? I mean,
to be fair, this is reminding me of a school trip I went on.
It's fucked.
And we did it in like year 9.
Yeah.
And we did a thing called Mission to Mars.
Oh, God.
And for like 4 months, like a term, you were doing mission. And it was like calculations to the moon, Mars, all this stuff, and like. Anyway, we finally get to the big day because like each week it was a new thing, and it was like it's like telling you the stuff. So, it's a school trip, and me and someone else I knew, we didn't care. So, you were meant to apply for jobs, right, before we went, and the teachers would be like, yeah, you're doing this, you're doing that. Never even, I got the sickest job ever.
What?
I was a communications officer, right?
Right.
And my mate, he was the other so basically
Sick.
when we get there, they're like, yeah, so you split into your 2 teams. One of you is in control center, like NASA sort of thing. And the other group are in like a spaceship, shuttle. Right, so they're all doing maths and all this like science and stuff. You know what my job was? Message for the science team back at headquarters. We found out that the ratio is blah, 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 blah. Can you get back to us? And then through the tannoy, my mate would be like, yep, and he'd repeat the message. But we could talk to each other without, we had to press a button.
Yeah.
We could actually talk to each other without, so we're like, this is so boring.
Yeah.
But at least we're not doing 6 hours. 3 hours as NASA, 3 hours in the spaceship. We just sat there chatting, and everyone else is doing equations. And it was like, yeah, we're coming back to Earth, and we're losing altitude, and everyone else is there like, like, you've got your science team, your maths, everything. They're all having to do magic. I'm just sat there with a headphone on, chatting to my mate like, yeah, this is so boring, but
At least I'm not doing maths.
yeah, like, we got the best. Everyone on the way back were like, you two had the best job.
Yeah.
Like, that was not a school trip. We were like, we loved it.
One of the sickest trips I did go on, and again, this was like super close to sort of where we were, Black Country Museum.
Yeah.
Which
I suppose you're Tamworth, aren't
is
you?
like a living museum, essentially. So, like, it's the moment you sort of walk in, everybody's in full character. There's, it's just Victorian era. Like, everybody's
you went on
dressed
some
up.
lame trips.
Oh no, bro,
Like,
bro,
for
this
me,
place is sick, bro.
Did they have a burning of a witch?
No,
Oh.
no, they didn't.
See, I
But they did have a mine. So you could literally go in the mine. Like, now, subsequently it turned out that the older we got, and the more aware we got, we just started knocking on the mine walls.
And it's not real.
And they felt very unmine-like, I must say. So we were just like, oh, okay, right, fair enough. But, like, it was pretty cool, do you know what I mean? But, like, that place, again, went to a school, had to do school shit for a quick minute, do you know what I mean? But then the plus side on that was proper fish and chips, like proper chip shop, proper sweet shop, like in glass jars and everything. And you pay by the pound or whatever it was.
Shilling.
Yeah, so, and then also fairground rides. Like an old Victorian fairground ride as well. And there was a tram that used to take you around. Like one of the old school shuttle trams. Not like Christ Tramway Museum where it's just like...
can you remember the little trains?
Yeah. Bro, Mark Eaton Park.
Yeah, the little... No, not them trains. They're the ones that you sit in and it's like a proper, like, car.
Oh, shit.
The little wooden things, but you used to sit on them, side on, and they went round a little track.
Yeah.
It was There's one near where I work. They're not allowed to, because it's listed.
I know exactly what you mean. It's in that guy's garden.
I've seen the trains go round. Like, they've got a station.
I've seen the station.
Yeah. They were all stood there, lights on. I'm like, coming home from work, I'm like, what's going on with that? And I always see it on my way to work, because it's on that side.
Yeah.
So I look at... I see the train.
How do you access
tunnel,
it?
though.
No, but how do you access it? How do you go on it? Yeah, but how do you go on it?
I don't know. I think
just knock on the guy's door like, yo.
I don't know. I think you've got to be friends with him. He's like, yeah, come to my train party. Like, but it's mad. And then apparently there's somewhere else near us that there's a lake and but I've never found it. But people go on about it like I should know.
Many moons ago, when I was just a wee boy, a proper wee boy, I remember going down to Hale in Cornwall, and they had one, a proper Diddy train. And the thing is,
The driver looks dead weird.
Yeah, every time I've been back to Hale, I see it in the shed. It's weird, like the whole thing is just in the shed, and you just see like the remnants of where the track was, the tunnel, but everything is in that shed. And every time you drive past, and because there's a holiday park down there where you normally go, and then there's a private sort of holiday park also.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, where it's not owned by a giant company, and then the sea. So you've not really got any reason to be down there unless you are on holiday or you're stopping down there. But I always see it in the shed, just like
memories.
Yeah, proper memory, because that's like, wow, Them trains are so cool.
Yeah, but I forgot they existed until I saw it again. And I was like, I remember that at Loco Park.
Yeah.
Like on a random day out where you go strawberry picking, go on the wooden train. Yeah. You just go around a track.
Yeah.
But that was your day. And then drive through, Happy Meal.
When?
Like after, like that'd be the creme de la creme of that sort of day out.
Oh, okay.
Like this is with.
I was going to say, like, that's
not with school.
That's no school. That's
School, yeah, but
that's no school business. Do you know what I mean?
24 Happy Meal. Oh, well, your school at Christmas gave you McDonald's.
For a warm glass of shut the hell up.
But yeah, most of my school trips were to schools to learn about things.
I thought ours were bad because we went places where we learnt about things. Like we went to the National Stoneway Museum.
The what?
Yeah.
What's that?
It was a quarry. And we looked at stones and gems of the earth and stuff. It was wank.
That sounds... So, because I knew we were talking about earlier, I spoke to my wife about it. And she's got an absolute corker of a story. So year 6, when you're about to leave primary school and you go to high school or secondary school, whatever you call it, you normally have a big
School trip.
sort of like big farewell school trip. You either go to a theme park or
I'll tell you mine after because ours was epic.
you go God knows where. So my wife, her school decided that they were going to go to
Twycross Zoo?
Severn Trent water treatment facility just off the M1. Full on sewage work water work treatment.
Yeah, I know which one you mean.
The main daddy for this area, right? I mean, she was just, I could see the depression in her eyes just from remembering the fact that this experience happened to her. Do you know what I mean? And she was just explaining that, like, she had to learn about, water treatment and everything that goes with it. And then she got into this particular story where I'm
just flabbergasted at it.
They split into 2 teams, okay?
Right.
And they were given a certain amount of, let's just call it monopoly money, right? And they had to buy things that would help them in the water treatment management system that they were going to control. So they had to buy like colanders and other such things, you know what I mean? Pumps. And then they had 2 tanks of water. Well, they had 1 tank of water and 1 empty tank. And it was shit water. Just sewage water. Just
Nice.
And they had to basically
Filter
they had to filter it and see who could get the cleanest water out of the 2 teams. Like that was the competition. So they were just playing in shit water for hours.
You know what our year 6 trip was?
And I just felt so sorry for her.
Yeah, I do.
Like,
Like hours compared to that. Wow. So as you grow, like going through the school years, you knew about this trip. So every year you got closer, and there was always a rumour that the trip wasn't going to happen.
yeah, I remember that rumour.
And you're probably like, and you heard stories about like your mates that had brothers would tell you stories about the hotel and stuff. Like there was apparently a blue lady and stuff. Anyway, our trip was a week away to the Isle of Wight.
Nice.
And each day you did a different thing.
Yeah.
Like, we went, at that time, I know I've said it before, but I wanted to be a paleontologist because Jurassic Park come out. Like, we went somewhere on this beachy sort of, went down this mountain walk, and we went fossil digging.
Yeah.
I found a full-blown ammonite.
Sick.
Like, I was like, and he was like wanting to take it off me. I was like, nope. And I had it in my room for years, but I don't know where it is now. Like, but it was like sand, so when you touched it, it like rubbed away.
Right.
So also in your head, you're like, was I just spammed. Like,
Yeah, like maybe they'd put them in there.
yeah, like, and they just try making you feel like
Yeah.
you found something. But I was the only person that found something. It wasn't as if
Yeah.
like 10 of you out of the 60 found.
But then
something.
saying that, that's how school was back in the day. It was that brutalistic realism that there is only one winner.
Yeah, but okay, I've got a random one. Theme parks, or they always had them at random school trips you went on as well. But when you went to a theme park, even with your mates, you'd still do it. Panning for gold.
You're on your own. I never did that.
No, like the
Yeah, never did it.
really.
Yeah, never did.
And then you'd get a cheesy medal after. Like I
Yeah,
panned for
no.
gold.
No, never did that.
Why?
Don't know. To be fair, at Drayton Manor, I don't think there was a panning for gold.
Oh,
at
there was
Drayton
one
Manor.
at American Adventure.
Yeah.
But then like there was one at the Stoneway Museum.
I've never heard of this museum. I don't think it exists. So
It's like Worksworth.
okay.
Right, it was so boring.
Well, I might find it interesting now.
No.
As was pretty sick. We went to Wales, a place called Marpool. Was the place that we went, and it is this secluded mega mansion that is like, guess what, Victorian as fuck, obviously.
Yeah.
And
I see a running theme.
and you basically did everything from orienteering to kayaking to full chat walking. Like we walked from Marpool, from that house, to Conway Castle. I don't know how far that was. I just remember just dying. Just
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like, can we stop?
Like, and I remember, I mean, the castle was awesome because it's like a proper big castle, like incredible. But the walking was insane, and again, that was like, oh yeah, Marpool's cancelled this year. You're like, what?
Oh.
And then it's not cancelled, and then you sort of go, and again, you hear from the older kids, like from the area, that have been on that trip, and they're like, yeah, we did this. So, you know, I'm telling this to like my parents, and my friends are telling it to their parents. So we're going to Marpool, mate. We're going, yeah, stacked with every kind of chocolate you could ever think of. Do you know what I mean? Like every kind of crisp you could ever think of, because it's like we're going to stay up all night. You know what I mean? There was at least two ghosts in that place, like, and we used to scare ourselves shitless trying to find them. And just like, it was great. It was fantastic. You did come back probably, you know, 3 stone lighter, because you just bulked up. Like, you kind of bulked up but also trimmed down, because
you're on that
you're doing so much walking. So you know what I mean? You'd be out at like 6 a.m, like, let's go, and you're like, what is going on?
I've got one.
Do you know what I mean?
I hated it. It was when I was in Scouts, and it was a weekend away. Like, and you're like, yeah, it's like Cub Camp. Cub Camp was sick.
Right.
Like, you got to fire like an air gun, and there was a mud swing, and like, it was just cool. This was not Cub Camp. No playing football or like Murder in the Dark and stuff like that. Like, when it starts, because you stay up and there's like a campfire and you've got marshmallows, and we used to do this random thing with foil where like you'd get a banana, put chocolate drops in it, wrap it up, and then put it in the fire.
Oh yeah.
And stuff. It was sick, amazing. So Scouts, and I'd only been in about 6 months, say. So you're like, yeah. So then you're like, yeah, your parents get a list of things they need to get, and you're like, walking boots, socks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fuck. We had the same list for Marpool, bro. All right. Gonna need all that stuff, are we?
So, you know what happened? We get in the minibuses. There's 2 of them, like, scout groups. Anyway. And they drive. And all of a sudden we just pull up in the middle of nowhere. Everyone out. I thought, we'll get, like, make sure your walking boots are on, blah, blah, blah. Get your bags. You know what we did for the whole weekend? We walked. And we walked. And then we got somewhere, like, we walked literally from 9 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock at night. Through woods, fields, random, just, like, paths and stuff, like, in the middle of nowhere. And it was pissing it down. And you're getting soaked, and you're getting irate, and you've got a flask of coffee, because he's, like, said to bring a flask. So I've got coffee. Because at that point in my life, I had, like, coffee anyway. You run out of coffee. Oh, but you make random stops, like, halfway up a hill, on a rock, and it's pissing it down.
Yeah.
And the wind. Yeah, we'll have a coffee break. No.
Yeah.
If we get to this hostel, you know what we get to eat?
If it was anything like my trip, it'd be either chocolate spread sandwiches or just like
No. Are you ready?
ass.
We got one slice of toast each.
Yeah.
Like, what? We've been walking all day in the elements a bit. And you know what's going through your head as well? We're doing this again tomorrow.
Yeah. We're going to go back.
Oh no, this is Friday night.
Oh no.
Because they did it in the school. So we're like, we've still got another night.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is what we got fed. And I kid you not when I say, like, literally a small ladle, baked beans with sausages in, on a slice of toast. That was it.
Good old British, you know.
Off to bed. You go upstairs to these rooms and there's just rows of beds. And you're like, you get into these beds, but there's no like, you've got your sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Anyway, then, next thing you know, 5:30 in the morning, you get a bacon cob. Yeah, okay. A glass of orange juice or a coffee, or like whatever. Fill your flask up. Off we go.
Yeah.
Holding on to you're like,
I don't want to go.
no. Right. And then the next night you get, and they're like, yeah, so tomorrow we're going home, blah blah blah. And you're like, and then they do like a random talent show or something. Like, you're like, you then I told all of a sudden, oh, at 8 o'clock we're having a talent show. No, we're not. 8 o'clock.
We are, pal.
Wait. And then they'd go into that like cheesy disco.
Yeah.
Then you go to bed and then you get woken up early in the morning and it's like, right, we're walking home.
Yeah.
And what you've actually done is you've been dropped off in an area you don't know and you've literally walked back to Stanley Common.
Yeah.
Like, literally, we've walked home. We could have just stayed at home. Like, why put us through that?
I would have rang
Childline.
a parent and just been like,
Pick me up.
you need to pick me up because this is not what I signed up for.
You get back and they're like, oh, did you have a good time? You're like, no. Yes,
know what I
you
mean?
did.
Yeah, fuck off.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You don't know what we went through.
Yeah, it's disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. But yeah, so you went to a sick school trip. I went to a sick school trip. Becca went to Severn Trent Sewage Works.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
I remember once, I'm not really proud of this, but I am kind of. Like, we got the supply teacher, because our teacher wasn't in, and she was just a knob, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
So we just locked her in the supply cupboard at the back of the classroom. She went in there to grab some paper or something ridiculous, and we just shut the door behind her and then turned the lock and just held the door for a bit. She went nuts. She had a right sort of like, she kicked
Meltdown.
up. So yeah, she melted down so hard. And then I remember like the head teacher coming in, and our head teacher was one of them. If you looked at him, he looked like he wouldn't harm a fly.
Yeah.
He was the most meekest, mildest looking guy you'd ever seen in your life, right? But you know, if you'd done something to like tarnish the school in any way, shape or form. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that man, I've seen full grown, year 11s come out of that room crying, bro. And you're like, whoa. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's like,
And you're just like, shit. And he came in and teared us an absolute new one all over the place. He went absolute. We got put in lunchtime detention for a month, I believe it was.
oh,
Every break time as well. Like you come to this room
yeah.
and I'm going to sit with you. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, fuck.
Remember Alex?
Primary school we used to watch, like, I think it was like Watch and Read Us. Look,
Is that the one with the magic pen? Where it
The
used to
magic key and-
where it used to
yeah,
write?
yeah, I think so. But there were like programs like Earth Warp and
Programs you would never ever see on normal
Geordie
TV.
Racer,
Yeah,
Spy Watch. It was about a peregrine falcon.
yeah.
And every week you got to watch a new episode. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah. You went into this little room with like steps, and depending on when you went in was where you sat. And then it turn the light off. The TV would be there. Play half an hour of this thing. It was,
Really?
like, educational, but not.
We had it a completely different way. We the TV just used to get wheeled into the classroom, and you'd just be sat where you were sat,
Yeah.
just normally. And again, the shows that they used to show you were, for instance, the electricity kills ones. We saw all of them. The firework ones. I remember firework night being a big
Yeah.
a big time at school for just like danger everywhere. And you'd watch these sort of like infomercials and just be like, oh, just be absolutely terrified. I remember one year they were doing an initiative to stop kids being hit by trains, because apparently that was a thing. But no, it was that much of a thing. Roald Dahl made a little book about it, a little warning booklet, and it was illustrated by
The guy who does that.
Quentin Blake, I think
Yeah.
it is. So you're opening this, it was only a thin little book, but it'd be like,
Don't go onto the train
don't
track.
go onto the train tracks. And you just see a train coming, and this guy just stood on the track. You're like, whoa! Or don't touch the power lines, or don't do this.
Like
Don't
safety book.
Yeah,
Like
do you know what I mean?
pamphlet,
Yeah,
pamphlet,
but it
leaflet.
was like a book,
Yeah.
and it was illustrated and written by Roald Dahl, which was amazing. I've got that book somewhere. I don't know where it is. But we got really like drilled down with the health and safety of not doing these certain things. It was weird. My school were just if we weren't doing school outside of school,
You were doing school.
we were getting like infomercialed out of our minds just to like why this is bad and why that's bad and don't do this, don't do that. Weird.
No, I see. Another memory I had was a day off school. Ready? When you're in sports day, you just had to get changed into your PE kit. If you were taking part, if you weren't, you could just stay in your uniform. Like you could just chill out. And you just walked around all day, dossing about. Anyway, this one year, I'd got all the way to year 11. Never had to do anything. The lad who was doing long jump didn't come to school that day. And then all of a sudden it was like, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry. Oh, you're doing long jump for our tutor. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Where's your school? Where's your PE? You've not brought it because you're like, I'm not taking part.
Yeah.
I'm just going to doss about. Anyway, I had to do long jump.
Oh.
You know what?
Not bad for what you could have got.
Yeah, but you know what? The best thing was, I didn't even want to do it. I won. I was like, what? Are you sure? I just ran and jumped 3 times.
Yeah.
Jumped.
Fucking jumped.
And I won. And I was like, maybe I should have been doing this all along.
Oh, yeah.
But no, that was one. And then PE. Rugby.
I used to love rugby.
I hate it. Look at me. I'm like, nope, I'm not
Yeah.
playing that. I used to do everything I could to get out of it.
Our PE teacher.
And I had the best thing ever. Osgood Schlatters.
Oh, okay.
So, when it was cross-country and rugby, yeah, my Osgood Schlatters. Can't do PE.
Yeah.
Doctors signed me off because he used to just go, oh, my knees hurt. Go to the doctors, they'd be like, yeah, it's Osgood Schlatters.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Oh, no.
Our PE teacher was sadistic. So, when it came to rugby, he put all the big lads together.
And all the little
And then he
ones.
put all the little lads together.
Yeah.
And it was just carnage.
Yeah.
We decimated them so bad. Like, bye-bye.
So, the one and only time I had to take part in rugby, I'd skipped it for so many, like, never. I'm like, nope.
Rugby came around, I was like, I'm cool, man, let's go.
Yeah,
Do
so
you know what I mean?
Rugby, the one time, I forgot my note, so I had to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm hating it. I'm
Yeah.
hating life. And it's like, we're meant to do some random drills for a bit, and I'm like, ow. What are you doing? Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Anyway, then, the last 20 minutes, pick teams. Like you said,
It's go time.
all the big lads,
Yeah.
all the people that could play rugby
Yeah, all the people that really enjoyed it because they could actually play it and not get
were on one team,
destroyed.
and all the people that I don't want even that ball to come 10 feet within me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there like, how do I get out of this?
Yeah.
Anyway, the one and only time, and I'm stood, and they're like, my PE teacher's like, oh, you're on this. And I'm like, what you mean I'm there? So go stand there. And he's like, yeah, right, okay. I'm like, this game's going off. Then the next thing I know, the ball's in my hands.
Yeah.
The fear of life.
Yeah.
And I ran.
Yeah.
And I've never run. Well, I probably have run, but I just remember all these people charging at me and like diving. And I remember scoring a try, but like as I scored it, the only reason I scored it is because someone took me out, so I went down.
Yeah.
Like I was going to just keep running.
Yeah.
I was like Forrest Gumping it. I was like, gone. You're not getting this ball off me. I'm not putting it down either now because I've gone so far. Like, because I always remember, like, sometimes the ball would come to you and you'd be like, and just throw it.
Yeah.
You just be like, throw it behind.
Oh man, it's so weird to hear it from the other side because like
I hate it.
I was on the big side obviously, and I just used to love it. It always used to be the perfect time to do it as well, was when it was wet.
Yeah.
So like the mud was incredible. You just used to enjoy diving in the mud, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
But like I remember this very much like you. This one kid. He was one of the smaller kids.
Yeah.
This ball just sort of appeared in his hands, and he looked up, and it was already too late, bro. It was already too late because I came in like a freight train, just like
I could take him out.
Picture Goldberg, picture Edge,
Yeah.
spear. I don't know how I didn't split him in half, bro. Genuinely, he went down so fast. And grab the ball, let's go. Do you know what I mean? Off we go. He
never came back to school.
Did he even get out of the ground? I don't know.
He's still there.
Possibly. I just carried on. Do you know what I mean? I always remember like the teacher used to be like, you don't need to jump and dive to score a try, you just need to tap it down. Do you know what I mean?
But you couldn't have.
Fuck off. This is the one time I can get muddy and everything's fine. Fuck off. So I just fucking Hadouken, you know what I mean? Ah! Just
So I got.
Until next time, thank you for listening. A comment, like or share really helps us out, and we would love to hear your stories and thoughts in the comments section below.